White House Press Secretary Karoline Leavitt really stepped in it this week, folks. During one of her daily briefings, Karoline Leavitt struggled greatly pronouncing a very simple yet very important word multiple times. So here is the first one. And this, of course, was flagged by Aaron Rupar on BlueSky. This is Karoline Leavitt flubbing what should be an easy word to pronounce, right? Just one vowel right in the middle of it. Yet she somehow still screwed it up, much to the delight of everybody on the internet. Here it is.
President Chump sounded the alarm over these reckless Biden policies for years.
Now, that sounded a lot like President Chump, okay? Now, if you really put your ear to it, you can kind of hear that she says, Trump, which maybe there's a little bit of an R in there. Maybe, she got a little tongue-tied. Maybe she'd been talking a little too much. Your tongue can get tired. It happens to me. I do it all the time. Sometimes you flub a word and you move on and it's okay, right? If it happens once, no big deal. Everybody makes mistakes. That's why pencils have erasers. It's not like she then went and did the same thing again, is it?
Law and order is back in America under President Trump.
Okay, that was definitely President Chump then. All right, look, we can't even give you the benefit of the doubt anymore. You can't pronounce the word Trump. And as the press secretary for Donald Trump, kind of seems important to be able to pronounce his last name. And at the very least, if you're not going to pronounce it correctly, don't make it sound like another word that's actually an insult. Chump. Maybe say like Trump or something like that if you can't pronounce Trump. But if you're going to make it sound like chump, then you probably need to start looking for another job, Karoline. Because if there's one thing that Donald Trump hates, as we've learned from the last week of the taco insults, it's being insulted. And calling him a chump is definitely an insult. And it's your job to go out there and lie every day for him, and you can't even pronounce his name. That's just sad. And again, I can already picture in my head, I know what the angry Trumpers are going to tell us, right? They're going to say, she's clearly saying Trump. It's the T and the R. She just kind of really blurs those lines and it kind of sounds like a CH sound, but it's really the TR sound. I don't care. Her job is to go out there every day or every other day or however often she wants to do it and speak to people. And I get it, again, as somebody that does it for a living. You're going to flub words here and there. It's part of the job. No matter how long you've been doing it, no matter how big your platform is, every now and then you're going to trip yourself up over a word. You're going to slur something. You're going to mess something up. It happens. But your boss's name, that can't be one of the words, right? I mean, I've never messed up my boss's name, and he actually has a very complicated last name. It's not like Trump. It's 5 letters, Karoline, 5 letters, 1 vowel, okay? It flows together, and you can't even get that right. So if you can't even pronounce your boss's name, how in the hell are we supposed to listen to anything you say? You don't know who you're working for. Although maybe you do. Maybe this wasn't a slip up, right? Maybe this wasn't a, flub. Maybe she was sending us a signal. Don't worry, Karoline. Message received. We know he's President Chump, so thank you. And Karoline, by the way, welcome to the resistance. Thank you, everyone, for your continued support of us here at Fair and Balanced. And I want to introduce something completely new. We have now opened up memberships for our fans. And by signing up and becoming a member, you not only get exclusive early access to each day's videos, so you will get to see them a day before the general public, but you will also qualify for badges, emojis, special little icons. So please, we encourage everyone, if you want to help support the channel, please think about signing up and becoming a member. It is your support that helps keep us going. So thank you all very much. Check out the perks of membership, and I hope to see you all as members very soon.